Have you ever felt like traditional selling methods just didn't suit your introverted nature? In this video, we're going to talk about how traditional aggressive selling techniques really don't suit introverts, and they certainly don't suit me and a lot of people that I speak to. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background and how that relates to aggressive selling. And then I'm going to jump into some actionable steps about a different way that you can quietly sell your products and services, which is much more adapted to introverts and the way that we think and the way we work and the way we feel most comfortable. So let's jump straight in. Now, I have been around for a long time. I've been involved in various network marketing companies, and I never felt comfortable going out there and throwing products and throwing services in front of people and chasing them and nagging them to buy. I just don't like doing it. I don't like reaching out to people cold. You know, I want to build those relationships first before I really try and put something and endorse something to somebody else. So I didn't do very well. It's as simple as that. You know, I wasn't cut out for hard selling. I spent some time in the insurance industry as well. And again, I could build relationships with people, you know, and I was great, and I really enjoyed offering them advice and getting them the best products that suited them. But I was never going to be that hard-hitting salesman, hitting all the targets because I was just throwing products at people and almost pushing and bullying them into take the product. That just isn't me. And to be honest, with a lot of people that I speak to, they feel exactly the same. They don't get into this industry to be salespeople. You know, they don't like it. They don't feel comfortable with it. And in the end, a lot of people drop out of the industry. Really, really good people drop out simply because they do not want to be salespeople. But I found other ways of doing it, ways that suited my personality and that really put me ahead of other people, because I was customer focused and I was there to serve people and to ensure that they were getting the best product or something that suited their actual needs rather than just pushing for sales targets. So let me jump in and let me give you 5 actionable steps. I'm going to be really quick with this. It's going to be less than 2 minutes. 5 actionable steps about what you can do to quietly sell your products and get away from those aggressive selling techniques. Okay, so step number 1, we want to build relationships. Okay, now we can do this in various ways. We can find people online and then we can nurture those relationships by commenting on their posts, by offering them advice. But the last thing we want to do is to find somebody and jump straight into their messenger inbox and be straight into pushing products in their face. People don't want that. You know, this is social media, and the key is social. You know, people are not on social media to be sold to. And think about it, when you walk down the high street, if one of those people with a clipboard comes towards you, I don't know about you, but I swerve and I try and go in the other direction, and I feel awful for doing it because that person's got a job to do. But I'm not there to be sold to. You know, I'm there to visit a particular shop or to be pushed into a clothes shop by my wife, which I hate. But I'm not there definitely to be sold to on the high street. But if it was somebody I knew and somebody that I'd already built a relationship with, I'm much more likely to stop and talk to them and have a chat. And then if at the end of that chat it's suitable and appropriate for that person to present to me what they've got, then great, I'm all ears open and I'm happy to listen to them. So focus on building relationships first. Number 2, as an introvert, online platforms are your absolute top weapon, okay? So gone are the days of people knocking on people's doors and trying to sell them products. Okay, we have this whole world of online platforms. And as an introvert, that's great because we can manage the situation to be exactly what we want it to be. And you'll know as an introvert, you know, your energy levels go up and down each day. Some days you're quite happy to be out there and talking to people in groups and in Messenger. Other days you're really not feeling it, so you'd rather be a bit more in the background. And with an online platform, you can choose your energy levels and what you're doing there. So really do focus on using social media to build those relationships and to build your business. Your other option is email marketing. And the great thing about email marketing is, again, you are distant from the customer, but you're still there and you're still able to build relationships. So make use of that. If somebody's taken the time to give you their email address, give them value, build those relationships, but whilst managing your energy levels. So number 3, educate rather than sell, okay? Stop trying to sell. Just forget about it. Just let it go away, okay? And focus on serving your customers, okay? And a lot of that is educating them, entertaining them, or put the two together and we get edutainments, okay? If we can offer them value in the content that we're putting out, in the emails we're sending them, in our conversations with them, then it builds us as an authority, okay? It imprints us into their mind so that even if they're not ready to buy whatever you're offering at the moment, they may well be in months to come. And when the time comes forward for them to buy that product, they will think of you as somebody who offered them advice at the time, who didn't try and push them into buying something, and they're more likely to circle back around and come back to you, ask for more advice, and then ultimately purchase. Okay, number 4, use written communication, okay? And this comes back into number 2 of using online platforms, okay? As an introvert, I'm not super keen on speaking to people, okay? I hate telephone calls. I'm highly unlikely to answer my phone if I don't know who it is, okay? And a lot of people feel exactly the same. But if you send me an email, I'm going to read that. If you send me a message, I'm going to read that, okay? Because as the customer, it puts me back into control, where I can choose to respond if I want to. I can take time to think about what I'm going to say. Whereas with a phone call, you're putting the person very much on the spot. And I don't like being put on the spot, okay? And lots of other people don't like it either. So use written forms of communication, and you can work on your writing skills, okay, over time. So you can study copywriting. You can learn how to pull on people's heartstrings using written techniques. And that's a great superpower and skill set for you to have as an introvert. So number 5, our last one, but possibly the most important, okay, focus on solving the problems that your potential customers and your prospects and your teammates have, okay? Because that's what people really want and really appreciate. Everybody has problems, okay? It might be pain, it might be mental health issues, it might just be that a product they've got is broken, but they really need it. Focus on solving those problems and offering solutions, because that's then, again, it builds relationships, it builds your authority, and it builds up that connection between them and you, okay? So again, you're not selling, you are solving other people's problems. So those were 5 actionable tips for you to put into action right now, okay? So start thinking about how you might apply them to what you do, and they'll take you away from this aggressive, salesy approach to quiet, peaceful, and more manageable business building for you and your customers. So I'd love to hear more of your experiences and thoughts in the comments. Let us know about some terrible situations that you've had where somebody's tried to sell you something and you really didn't want to be sold to, because that tells everybody else how they can avoid doing the exact same thing. Okay, and what I'd really like your help with is liking and sharing this video so that we can get more of these tips out to more people and bring more introverts into the forefront and to experience their full potential. Now, if you'd like more of these tips, I have an Introverted Insiders newsletter. So if you'd like to receive the newsletter, just drop the word quiet in the comments below and we'll get you hooked up. It's completely free and it's packed full of value. Comes to your inbox free every Saturday morning. Drop quiet in the comments. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. And remember, embrace your quiet power in selling. Your authenticity is your greatest sales asset. Take care. Have a great day.